What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Coach Black, your internet relationship and breakup coach. Today's topic: 99% of exes will chase you if you do this one thing. I know what you're thinking. How do you get 99%, coach? That's an extremely high success rate. You've probably never heard of anything like that. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you some scientific studies and papers that I've been able to find about the chances and statistics of exes coming back. And then I'm going to add into that my unique perspective as a relationship and breakup coach and tell you how I come up with the 99%. So stick around because I do think this video will be helpful for you. So I was able to find about 3 separate individual studies about exes and how frequently people give their ex another chance. Now, the numbers I found were just not consistent, but I will try to find those papers and link them down in the description below, okay? But the numbers range from 30% of the time exes coming back and giving a relationship a second chance to as high as 65%. Now, I want you to know in these numbers, okay, this doesn't mean that they got back together and stayed together. These are just people who ended up giving the relationship another chance. Now, if you think about it, you might be thinking, well, 30% is not that high, but truthfully, break it down into simple terms. 30% is about 1 out of 3. So 1 out of 3 people will give their ex a second chance. And this is regardless of them going no contact or calling or texting, just 1 out of 3 people. And on the high end, 65%, that's about 2 out of 3. So really, when you look at it from that perspective, the odds are in your favor that you will have another opportunity with your ex. Okay, but here's where I think it will go from 30% or 65% to 99%. And there's no scientific research behind this. This is just coming from my unique perspective as a relationship and breakup coach. Now, every single day, I probably get, I would say, hundreds of emails across my email or Instagram and other places people find me and send me messages. And by far, the most consistent type of message I get is something like this: my ex is refusing to talk to me. They walked away and abandoned me. They're dating someone new. I call them every day, but they don't respond. What should I do? Or I'll get something like, my ex has broken up with me, has blocked me on all social media, and I use my sister's phone to reach out to them, and they're still not answering. What should I do? I've even gotten some as far as, my ex has filed a restraining order on me. What should I do? So some of the most consistent themes that I see in those messages is people trying to force things. People always asking what they should do. What other action can I take to pull my ex into me? So when you look at those statistics, that tells me the average person, when they get dumped, does not leave their ex alone. So whether it's the 30% study or even the 65%, most of those people did not truly go no contact. And in some terrible cases, they were blocked. They were threatened that, hey, I'm going to call the cops on you. And they still did not leave this person alone, because that's just a lot of people's nature. Someone you love walks away, you naturally try to force them and make them be with you. And that's by far the worst thing you can do. If you've been watching this channel, you know that. But having the perspective of being a coach and seeing these messages every single day gives me a very clear picture of what the average person does when someone breaks up with them. So you probably guessed it by now. What behavior, what action can you do to improve those statistics, whether from 30 or 65% to 99%? In my opinion, you do nothing. You do absolutely nothing. And when you think about it critically, it makes perfect sense. What's the alternative to doing nothing? Trying to force and beg someone who is not choosing you to consider you to be a mate. Even if they come back, to what capacity would they ever value you or value the relationship? Remember, when someone is breaking up with you, they just destroyed everything. They broke the relationship into pieces. They trampled all over your heart, and they're treating you right now in this moment like you do not matter. So when you go back pursuing them or even trying to have a conversation, what do you think that tells them about your self-esteem and your value? You must remember, at the end of the day, your ex is a human being and they want the very best. And so if you're accepting mistreatment, you're accepting the bottom of the barrel and you're taking scraps from your ex. In a lot of ways, they start to resent you for it. They start to see you as lesser than someone that they would want to be with. Okay? If it's a woman, she's like, well, that would never be my husband. He has no self-respect. And if it's a man, it's the same thing. A man wants a prize. So you need to start acting like it. So by far, the best action that you can take when someone's disrespecting you or someone walks away from you is to do absolutely nothing. You're going to allow them to suffer the consequences of losing you from their life. In a lot of cases, your ex hasn't truthfully considered the value that you bring and the value that you offer. So you have to let them see that. You have to let them experience and miss that. Think about it like this. If Elon Musk worked for a company for some strange reason and he got fired, who do you think would be the loser in the equation? Elon Musk or the company? I think the answer is very clear. And if you don't feel that way about yourself right now, it's okay. It's time for you to go to work. It's time for you to start to build that self-esteem and self-respect to where you're not worried about your ex coming back because you know that they've lost out on someone special. And sooner or later, they'll either realize that, okay, well, I just made the biggest mistake of my life, or someone who's even better than your ex will come to you, will appreciate you, and will want to stay and fix the relationship with you. Okay, so that's where I get the 99% from, because that's just my experience. When I see all the messages, I know that most people are not doing no contact, even when they try. Sooner or later, they break and they start begging for scraps from the table of their ex, and naturally, they get rejected. For some cases, your ex will come back. They'll stay with you for a month and then they leave again because they don't value you and they never valued the relationship. So always be thinking like you're a catch. Always be thinking like you're a prize. And sooner or later, people around you or people that date you will start to treat you that way as well. Anyway, if you like this video, be sure to like it right now. It truly does help the channel and it costs you nothing. And most importantly, it gets this content to other people who need it. So thank you so much for doing so. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the future videos that I put on this channel. If you have any thoughts, comments, or concerns, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. If you want to talk to me one-on-one about your situation, about your breakup, you can go ahead and click the link in the description as well. And I'm actually going to pin a comment. So it's going to be the pinned comment. You can book a coaching call and we can talk about your situation. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.